Hello guys, I hope you're doing okay. This is our paper 2 revision and we're going to start it from the Eastern Cape September paper for the year 2023. We're going to start with the creditors reconciliation and hopefully we're going to look also at the bank reconciliation for this very same paper. To begin the creditors reconciliation, there is the question 1. The question reads, the creditors reconciliation, Candy Stores buys goods from awesome suppliers. So that simply means Candy Stores is us and then the awesome suppliers is them. And then required, use the table provided to indicate the changes that must be made in the creditors ledger account in the books of Candy Stores and the creditors reconciliation statement. Show a plus, very important. Show a plus for an increase and a minus for a decrease next to each amount. So we have to show either a plus or a minus next to each amount. The information, the balance on the statement of account received from awesome suppliers, that is them, did not correspond to the balance on their account in the creditors ledger. Remember, we do the ledger, they do the statement. Balance of awesome suppliers in the creditors ledger 59,200, and you can see here it is already put in the answer book. Statement of account received from awesome suppliers. This is statement received from them. So remember, on the debit side this will have a plus here, but on the credit side it should be a minus. All right, hence you see the receipt is having a credit balance, an invoice. You can see already this credit invoice, something is wrong because it is on the wrong side. An invoice should have been on the credit side. And then you have your receipt, your discount, you have your invoice, and then the delivery. Let's start with adjustment number 1. And it reads, invoice 812 was incorrectly recorded as 16,400 in the creditors ledger account. So they're already telling us where it was incorrectly recorded as 16.4 in the creditors ledger account, the amount on the statement. So the amount on the statement, all right, the amount on the statement is correct, 812. So we come here, we look for 812. 812 is 14,600. So they're telling us that the statement is correct of having 14.6, but the amount that was recorded, which is 16.4 in the ledger, is incorrect. So you're simply getting the difference between your 16,400 minus your 14,600. Okay, make sure you punch that in your calculator and then you get 1,800. So this 1.8 is what was recorded more in the ledger on the invoice. So the moment an invoice is more, we have to come here and then we say minus 1,800. That is how we would correct that overstated invoice, with a minus 1,800. Let's go on to number 2. Number 2 then reads, credit note number 34 was for damaged goods returned on the 2nd of February. All right, so there is a credit note which is for goods returned on the 2nd of February. Let's see what those goods are for. So you can see here is the credit note for 800. And we have agreed that once it's a credit note, it must be on the credit side here because it is for goods returned, so it must decrease this account. However, they have recorded on the debit side. The moment an amount is recorded on the wrong side, we correct it by putting it on the right side, but twice the amount. That means I'm going to come here and I'm going to say minus how much? 800, because remember it's 800 here. Minus 800, then minus 800. Someone would have just said minus 1,600. That is very, very correct. Number 3. Candy Stores recorded the discount as 2,100. All right. So we recorded the discount as 1,200. Awesome Suppliers, that is them now, indicated that the business was only entitled to 600 as reflected on the statement. So here we've recorded there's discount of 600 on the statement, but in our books we had recorded a discount of 1,200. So they are telling us that we have recorded incorrect discount. Remember, when we record discount, we minus. So we went and we said minus 1,200. So we minused more. So for us to correct that, we have to come and add the difference, which is 600. So I'm going to come here, then I'm going to say plus 600, because we had subtracted 1.2 instead of only 600. So I'll say 1.2 minus 600. The difference becomes 600. That is what I come and I add back here. Okay, let me go on. Number 4. Awesome suppliers, that is them, granted a 5% trade discount on invoice 588. This is the invoice 588. All right. Candy stores did not take this into account when posting to the ledger. So what kind of a discount? It's a trade discount. So they granted us a trade discount of that much, and then we did not take that into account. So how much was it before the trade discount? You can do that one, or you can simply get the amount after trade discount. But let's get the amount before trade discount. So the amount before trade discount was 100. And the amount after the trade discount, that is on invoice, is now 95. Then we multiply this by 16,340. We want to know how much was it before the discount was given. All right, so we're quickly going to calculate that. Let's see if we can do that. If we say what we want is 100, all right, and then we're dividing it by 95, all right, and then we multiply that by 16,340. That shows us the amount before discount was 17,200. Then after discount, it was now, then we say minus 16,340 minus 16,340. So the amount after the discount amount, then if you say minus 16,340 here, it will give you the discount amount of 860. So the discount there was 860. Are we together? Someone would have simply just said 5 over 95 multiplied by 16,340. It would still have given you 860. That is the discount that we did not record. So we need to record that discount of 860. So that means we come here, then we're going to say minus 860. That is the discount that we must record, minus 860. Let's go to number 5. Number 5 then reads, all right, number 5. Invoice 1132 on the statement was for goods. Let's look for invoice 1132. There it is. It was for goods that awesome suppliers, that is them, sold to Sweets Galore. All right, we don't know who Sweets Galore is. Definitely it is not us, because we are candy stores. So they sold goods to someone else, then they put it on our statement, and it's an invoice. So they increased the amount we owe them. That was incorrect. To correct that, we come here, then we say minus 54,820. So we subtract that 54,820. Then the last transaction then reads, awesome suppliers, that is them, charges a delivery fee to all its customers. This was not recorded in the creditors ledger at all. So we did not record that transport fee. So we're going to come here, then we're going to add it, plus 1540. So this transport fee, we would treat it the same way we would have treated your interest. That is an amount that was not recorded at all. So we're going to take our calculator, we're going to add. Remember to add this 52.9. So it's 52.9 minus 1.8 plus 600 minus 860 plus 1540, and it gives you 52,380. Then we come here, 108,800 minus 800 minus 800 minus 54,820. That gives you 52,380. Okay, this brings us to the end of this question. We're going to make video 2 as we explain bank reconciliation statement.